Good afternoon and happy Pokemon Day!
Today, I think as we mentioned, we're gonna.
We prop this up a little bit.
Something special. Something a bit special.
We promised a video on Pokemon Day, and we will deliver.
Now you're probably asking, what is this?
This Christmas story notebook from 2000. What do you remember?
I don't. It's like 10.
Does it say what year this was manufactured?
No, it doesn't. It was like a decade ago. Yeah, it was like a decade ago. Although
it says all I get is 8/12, so it's either
like 2012 or something.
So maybe 2012.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's like stuff from like 10.
Old ass notebook. Some of the pages are like torn out, and we have to just kind of have them sitting in there.
This has seen better days, but you're wondering, what is this?
Well, this is the notebook where I drew most of my Fakémon in. I had a few other notebooks for other smaller extensions of the project that I never got around to. But
so yeah, this project was like just what it called. I think actually.
It was called Pokemon Universe.
Oh, it was originally like Pokemon Titanium or something.
Titanium. It was Titanium originally.
But then Universe.
Pokemon Universe, and probably pending a new name.
And because, I don't know, that name is just kind of generic and doesn't really have much to do with...
I'm thinking maybe Pokemon Evergreen would be a good
Pokemon Evergreen.
For the project, since the region would be based on Michigan, our home state.
Yeah, where we live.
Nope.
If I'm not sure if we said that or not.
But we're proud Michiganders.
Mm-hmm. So
they say in a southern accent when we're in the most northern U.S. state.
Yeah. So Alex Smith. And since Alex is great with names, he called the region
Nichiga.
Yep.
I mean, in earlier region names were literally just areas of Japan.
Kanto was literally just
a part of Japan, and we can derive the region name directly from on the real world basis.
Mm-hmm.
I originally planned the scope to be way bigger and be the entirety of America.
What the fuck? What? And well, the things you can see in this Pokedex, these do not make sense.
Yeah, I didn't
take theming
into account, so we're also going to be coming up with some new ideas in this video. To more closely fit the locale.
Because some of these don't really make a whole lot of sense. Let's get started.
Well, this is the grass starter, Spree. It's a little sprout bee, which is where the name came from.
It's grass bug. Interesting idea. I mean, we do have
grass starters that start out with a different type, and that seems to be a trait exclusive to grass starters.
On the other page is Wasp, also grass bug.
From Vine Wasp.
Yeah, and then its
third and final stage is Thornet.
Yeah.
What the hell is this design? What did I do?
I don't know.
Those spikes look weird from that angle.
Yeah. And we do have a lot of Hornets are also mainly an irrational fear.
Yeah, when you're in a fairly wooded area, you're gonna have a lot of bugs.
Yeah. Alex has a rational fear of wasps.
Mm-hmm. We gave all the starters megas. Cover up that one.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Okay,
I'm trying.
I'll move this.
So as you can see, these
this is the Mega Thornet.
It's just a
It's what did I do with it? It's like it has a hammerhead. And its stinger's stupid.
Yeah.
And I drew a little man next to it for comparison.
Wow.
Show them the little man. There's like a little man right next to it. It's goofy.
And on the other, and on the next.
But let's slow down a bit and talk about this line. So obviously, I do want to, what I would do with this line nowadays. So obviously, I'd want to keep the idea of bee to wasp to hornet, which is basically bigger wasp.
Yeah, bigger wasp.
But I'd want the line to stay more bee-like throughout. Like one idea I have is replacing the weird gemstone eyes with tinted honey goggles.
Yeah.
Holes. And hell, maybe I'd forsake having in all the starters have or just have the standard starter abilities and give it tinted lens, or maybe that would be its hidden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, or it could have an ability that makes it immune to poison attacks. That's considering honey has strong antibacterial properties.
So next up, oh boy, this is weird. Pretension.
Yeah. Okay, I'm still not done.
Okay.
So, like Spree and Vosp, I hate those names. I like Thornet as a name, so that would probably stay for the final stage. Mm-hmm. Maybe change to Florinet if I don't end up keeping the in the Thorn theme. Thorns, but yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty. Yeah, that starter line would stay relatively the same. Now here's one that would get straight up replaced.
This is the fire starter.
Pretenchic. It's a triple type starter Pokemon.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I had triple types in this game. Fire, Steel, and Time.
Yeah.
Also 6 fan-made types in this game.
Yeah.
Time being time, space, light, sound, blood, and nuclear.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Her one of which taken directly from Pokemon Uranium.
Yeah. Yeah, pretend chick. Yeah, pretentious chick.
And also combines pretense. I just thought it was a really clever name, but I'll probably scrap it in favor of making this line turning this line, taking it in a completely different direction and making it in Pretenchic a Torchic variant.
Yeah. Bruce Temp. Also Fire, Steel, Time.
What the hell is this?
It was level 34. Yeah.
Into Angered.
Oh, that looks very,
I hate it.
Also, Fire, Angry Bird.
How does this thing move?
Fire, Steel, Time, yeah.
How do these Pokemon move? No, I'd be pissed too if I had to move around with legs like that.
This is a very, and also just, it looks so...
Yeah, I don't like the shape of it.
And it's mega...
Oh, it's mega. The metal's completely molten. It drops it. It's fire flying.
It just looks like Moltres.
It just looks like a deformed, creepy Moltres. Is there another man for scale?
No.
Is there a scale? There's no man for scale. Oh my god. Well, this thing is... I also imagine this thing would be like 30 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I don't think any mega gains like... I don't think there are any megas that like octuple in size when they evolve. But yeah. So the origin for the Pretension Coin actually boils down to Freaky Forms Deluxe.
Yes. Freaky Forms.
I was tasked to create something in the sort of download play mode of the game. And I created Pretenchic, and I was really proud of the idea of a kitchen timer chicken, so I drew the idea down and made it the fire starter of my Pokemon region. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it'll probably get tweaked into a Torchic variant.
Now the water starter... Oh dear. The water starter.
Slake, which looks like nothing in particular.
The water snake.
Now, because I don't blame you for not seeing the details on it, let me look at it. Its tail and fangs are lapis lazuli crystals.
Yeah.
Which is why it has giant fangs. Which is why its face looks so weird. Those are fangs.
I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, because I colored the body with it almost the exact same color as the crystals.
Yeah. Well, at level 18, that evolves into
Boet. This one just has straight up awkward middle stage syndrome. This looks like a cave painting of a snake more than it actually does a real snake.
Yeah.
The lapis lazuli fangs are more clear on this one.
Yeah.
And I gave it a little turban.
And then there's
because it's partially based on a snake charmer. This one, for some reason, is the only starter that stays single type until its final stage. Where it becomes a water psychic type.
They've been
Aqua Conjure. So the idea, I like the concept behind this. It's a huge snake because it's based on an anaconda, the largest living snake. Maybe also partially on Titanoboa, but and what I think, and my idea was that it laid flat on the ground, out in fields, pretending to be a river and attracting small Pokemon to drink from it. At which point it would spring up and constrict the Pokemon before eating it.
Mm-hmm. And it's Mega. Oh Jesus, what happened here?
Mega Aqua Conjure is just a hypnosis spiral.
Gygus.
It's Gygus.
Gygus.
Did I gain another type?
Sound.
Yeah, I don't know
Throw on
what
the sound.
audio.
Hypnotic. What? Seriously, some of these.
This doesn't feel like it should be a sound type.
It feels so. That feels really. What would you do for? What would you?
I don't know. I'd probably drop being. I'd probably drop it being a whole starter.
Yeah.
And make it into just into a standard Pokemon, and maybe make it a 2-stage line.
Yeah.
Aqua Conjure is the as the second stage. First stage, I'm not sure what it would be named because Slake and Boet are both terrible names.
They are.
Names. I like Aqua Conjure.
All right. Then next up we have the regional mammal.
Porcupine. So this one looks so fucked up because I was trying to do perspective with it, and I ended up being like, oh well, those background legs look like the actual legs, and the foreground legs just look like claws.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we pause the stream? Because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Can we do that? You can't.
Of course we can. Let me try tapping on live.
No, you can't.
Damn it. Okay. Wedgehog.
What?
It's ground and dark.
Yep.
Because it's deformed.
Yeah.
I'll make this quick. Hopefully.
So, would you keep? You probably wouldn't keep this.
No.
No, absolutely not. Ground dark.
It would get scrapped entirely.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, it's not. It's very dumb.
And
next,
speaking of very dumb.
Number. Yeah, number 13.
Are we counting right?
Okay, 9, 10,
Should be
11.
Right?
Yeah, 12. Of Silken. Also one that's a pretty lazy design. But it's just an outline. Fairy flying fairy. Yes, Alex saw a video of a silky chicken. Do you know where silky chickens are?
Where are they? Tell me.
All right. All right. China.
China?
China. China. China.
Yay!
These are from China.
And also, I already had a chicken as a starter.
Yeah, what? What we would have instead as a sandhill crane.
Oh my god, sandhill cranes are...
Sandhill cranes are pretty. If you've been around, if you've been here, if you've been in Michigan, you've probably run into these fuckers a lot.
They are infamous.
I think they're usually at like fucking Burger Kings or something.
Yeah, they're known to stick around people and basically
just.
They basically loiter around populated areas in hopes people give them food.
Yeah, so we've ran into that multiple times in like random parking lots. They've gotten right up to the car.
Yeah, one of them put its head through the window once, I think.
No, it did no.
Mom had to roll the window up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like tried to peck the window.
It was pecking at the window.
Oh yeah, there's like they have this really slow walking. There's really the way they walk around on slowly approaching.
I'd probably make them flying ground.
Yeah, ground flying since they're mostly ground. Since yeah.
Sandhill.
Sandhill.
Like probably make it a 2-stage bird because I don't know how to make it into a 3-stage. Age though, I could like do like a whole chick to normal bird to like crazy bird.
Yeah.
It's like a sand. Not the Mario Sunshine Sandbird. But
Yeah, Sandbird. Yeah, not the Mario Sunshine Sandbird, but yeah, you get the idea. But I think at one point,
maybe like a Sand King for a sand castle.
Yeah, I think at some point you also consider just making it in a Doduo variant.
That would also probably work since they tend to be in like groups of 3 or 4.
Oh yeah. Or maybe yeah, or like a convergent Doduo or something.
Yeah, it could be a convergent Doduo.
Oh,
but that seems a little too
yeah.
in the same boat as Doduo to be a convergent.
So it's a variant, probably a variant.
It'd be interesting to have a variant as the regional bird.
I mean, yeah, it would. Next up is Bombarva.
Where are bombardier beetles found?
All right. Where do you find Where are Where are bombardier beetles found? North America, South America, Europe, Africa, and Australia.
Where in North America?
Oh yeah, where in North America? Western United States.
Ah, so not Michigan.
Not Michigan. And
Oh my God.
we are not just complicate the designs.
I would personally just make it bug fire nowadays.
Yeah.
Poison's unnecessary.
And at level 20 it evolves into Bombazooka.
Yep. My first attempt at an anthropomorphic design.
Yeah.
I hate the colors, but the overall shape of it's fine.
Orange and purple.
The colors are very. It's oh my God.
Orange and purple. You made the design orange and purple.
I just thought those were like strong colors for like a poison fire type.
Yeah, orange but this would get scrapped.
Yeah.
This would be scrapped. There aren't any. We don't live in bombardier beetle territory.
So just a second.
Just-
I'll explain the.
Yeah, is to let him wash his hands.
I actually do have an explanation for what sort of like this thing is.
Yeah,
And what it does.
Okay.
So it's a reverse firefighter.
Yes.
Basically, it sprays. You see that ridiculous tail that maybe looks like something else.
Yeah.
That tail, it uses it as a hose to spray flammable acid.
Ah.
That ignites on contact with and shoot to spark out to light.
Arson.
Yes, it's a human-sized arsonist beetle.
Yes. And then next we have the first light type.
The first light type. Fairescent.
It's
a little fairy. It's inspired by fairy lights.
The thing is, I kind of always would mix this up with
one of my fan-made monsters from My Singing Monsters, which is Buzzball.
Also a light element. And yeah, I always mixed that up. It was
Buzzball.
It was Buzzball for the first stage,
No, Buzzball's the mech light hybrid.
Who then evolves into
Pixphorescent. I think the design could use some touching up, but overall it's fine. I think it's all right.
And evolve and has a split evolution.
For some reason, it shouldn't, and it won't. If you make this project,
Sprite with a shiny stone.
Sprite
with a shiny stone.
Yep.
All right. All right.
And yeah, it has like rainbow lights. The fairy light inspiration stronger. This one would also need a bit of a redesign. Maybe make the whole fuse, the whole like wire face more obvious.
Yeah.
Just because the face is unclear.
Yeah. Now, using a dusk stone,
it evolves into Darkubus, Dark Fairy.
It's not even a what? What is this?
It's a Pokemon with illusion. It's a succubus basically.
Yeah.
Use illusion to make itself attractive.
This thing doesn't look very attractive.
That's what the point of the illusion is. I keep telling you this.
Yeah.
It's not meant to look attractive by default. It's a shapeshifter.
The point is, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't. Like these two, if you looked at them, you wouldn't think they were part of the same line. I could make them counterparts, but they're not part of. They shouldn't be part of the same line.
And that's not just.
And Darkubus just looks too generic.
It is just a generic.
It's just a generic demon with weird eyes.
Yeah, that's it. So next up,
does it have like one cross and one circle eye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up would be this would just be probably removed.
Darkubus would either be removed or keep the concept and heavily redesign it.
Next up is Parrot.
I just wanted to try drawing origami and I made it into a Pokemon.
Yeah, it's grass flying. Not much to it. For some reason, this is written in like blue colored pencil.
Yeah, I think I couldn't find my pencil that day.
Yeah, Parrot, grass fly. Yeah, I just wanted to draw origami and happened to make it into a Pokemon.
Because why not?
Dicola.
Dicola or Diacola. It's
a poison ground.
It's poison ground. It's a little tiny slime mimicmon that pretends to be on that looks like a drop of cola.
Which at level 15 evolves into
Coca-Cola.
I just figured, you should have like a soda Pokemon.
I love the concept of it. It might get redesigned.
This does have major Voltorb syndrome.
It's just a can with a face.
To be fair, I think that's I think in this game you can buy soda pop comes in all kinds of flavor.
Yeah, what I would do
brands.
What I would do with it is maybe make the design more creative, like have it be a specific brand, and maybe their brand has a face on the can, and this Pokemon sort of has like the teeth on that face. It's morphed into like jaws, and it has.
It's like another mimic. Take on a mimic.
It has like like soda spilling out of the mouth and the eye holes. It would be fucking disturbing to look at. But like,
I think
like the first stage is just like a little blob of soda trying to find a can and emerge with.
Yeah, it's another take on another mimic concept.
Another Mimicmon.
Oh, this one is just.
And I like that the teeth are yellow. That's creative. That makes sense.
Because that rots your teeth.
I also just and it goes for poison ground because it's more of a mud type mon, and then on to be steel. He poisons steel because it's inhabited in an aluminum can.
Yep. Now, this next line.
All right, this is Vampire.
Dark Ghost Steel.
Yeah, it would probably be just Dark Steel or Ghost Steel
because that's also just redundant.
Maybe even gain steel in the final stage.
So at level 8, seems.
So it's like the idea behind it is it has like little bat wings. Those are like its wings are hard. Hard. It's like a protective shell around it, and it's also supposed to look like a cold child covering itself up with a blanket.
Yeah. Now this at least somewhat looks like a Pokemon.
And then it evolves.
This is where we get weird.
What are you?
Drickerla.
Drickerla. I wanted to have sort of an awkward teen phase.
Is
Because, like, it's a baby, so it should then be adolescent, then an adult.
what the fuck is that's just the.
But the design direction is so bad.
And then oh no,
Like, look, why? What's with the turtleneck and the jeans? And why does it have purple shoes? Why are the shoes purple?
and at level 24. Wait, I'm getting those levels right, aren't I? 1824
Yeah.
That evolves pretty fast.
The idea was that at 24 it becomes like more of an adult. It was supposed to be like human aging. It should have been. What I should have done is made it 13 and 21.
Yeah.
Because 1824 doesn't really convey that very well.
And then we have a level nose for asthma.
The wings. I think. Let me look at the wings. Yeah, it dropped the purple on its wings entirely in this stage, and instead they're more like razor blades it uses to cut its prey. It also has those stupid fucking rake claws. Like, look at those. Those are gardening rakes. Those.
And you're wondering what's that wing on the other right there?
Oh, okay. Well, first, let's not get ahead of ourselves. In case you'll notice, looking at Vampire, and it has 1 tooth.
Yep.
Dracula has 2 teeth, and Nosferatu has 3 teeth. I like the names. I like the concept. I don't like the execution.
Oh God, these are, and well, because he had to, I guess.
Yes. Because this was a gym leader's ace. This is the first gym leader's ace.
A man.
Behold, a stupid man.
My partner.
Oh,
a man.
Why do the claws on the
Mega nose for razzle?
Why do the claws on this one look actually more like hands?
I don't know.
If anything, the claws on this one should be the ones weird deformed weapons. No, they're just hands with metal fingers.
What the fuck? What is?
And its wings in its mega regain the purple so it just makes the normal final stage look very weird.
Its wings are so large it's on the 3 pages.
It covers. That was the joke. Okay, I made a little joke in the decks where its wings cut into the other. Into the others. Like, you see Nosferatu and you're like, wait, what's going on that page? What's going on there? And then you move on to the next page. Oh, big ass wings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, kind of only really works with the context of
that joke.
Only works in the context of this being a notebook.
Also, why are the wings on his ass?
That's not where wings.
Those are butt cheek wings.
Oh no!
Who are you trying to be, Victini?
Okay, next up.
And then after looking at it, you're like, oh, this thing's here too, because you're supposed to be.
You remember some throwaway design?
Yeah, and like the Mega has 4 teeth, so it's like a sucker mouth.
Yeah, so it's right here.
Yep.
Either way,
this old joke design.
I'm from Capsule Monsters.
I imagine I could probably keep it in as a filler mon. That's not very good.
Yeah, normal ghost.
But stat-wise, its real selling point is it maybe has a decent ability or moveset, and it has a really good defensive typing.
I don't know.
Time for what?
What is this doing? Time for the game. What is this?
What is this doing in the Nichiga region?
Very wary.
Very wary. A little cassowary chick.
So, where are cassowaries?
They're like Australia or New Zealand. Point is nowhere near North America.
Where are cassowaries found?
So this thing is dark flying. I gave it like a little headband. And its beak is red because I guess it's covered in blood.
Yeah, Australia, New Guinea, and surrounding islands.
Yeah, Australia, New Guinea, surrounding islands. And it has like little dagger feet. Yeah. Because, in case you didn't know, cassowaries are notoriously, are known as probably the most dangerous birds in the world.
Yeah.
Because, they've been known to be highly temperamental and, would have a reputation for, and they also have really, really strong kicks and have been known to disembowel people by kicking them.
Yeah.
and ripping open their stomachs.
I think this man was watching too much Brave Wilderness.
Probably.
Instead, I want to make these into Pokemon.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I want one of those as a Pokemon.
That's also where the Bombardier. See where the Bombardier beetle came from too.
Look, research your own area. If you want to make Mons based on creatures from other regions, then make a region based on that region.
Yeah. So then we have its evolution at
And Assassin.
at level 20. A dark fighting flying.
Yeah.
Why is it?
You know what I would do? I just make both stages dark fighting. Because cassowaries are flightless birds.
Yeah, they're flightless.
Which is why a Spathra doesn't have the flying type. That doesn't explain Doduo. It's more just Gen 1 weirdness. And it's a bird, it's a flying type, but they don't really do that.
It's also got a fucking dumpy here.
Yeah, it's got a big ass. No, but let me look. Let me look at that. I'm pretty sure that's meant to be like another head, another axe. Axe like on its head, and it's its tail. And I accidentally colored it in wrong, or it's just supposed to be the tail, because there is a small line behind there where its actual torso ends and goes into that axe tail thing. I'm not sure it's supposed to be anymore.
You decide to color over it.
The thing is, for the most part, it just looks like the like the pre-evolution, but bigger.
Yeah.
But one aspect of the designs I do like is how the headband from the first stage gets ripped up by the growth of the casque on its forehead, and sort of droops down and becomes a snood for the evolved form, like a rooster has.
Yeah.
As I do like the idea of something just going from one object to an aspect of the design to a completely different one when it evolves.
The point is, this doesn't belong. This doesn't belong. This is an animal found in Australia.
I think the closest thing, the first thing I can think of that happens like that actual Pokemon is Torracat's bell becoming a belt.
Yeah.
After he evolves into Incineroar.
But yeah, this point is, this doesn't belong on here.
Yeah, this doesn't belong.
This is an Australian bird.
And also the color scheme is awful.
Fucking green.
Why are its feet green?
White. If
the feet weren't green, I wouldn't hate it as much, but it just looks so bad.
Okay. This was literally something he decided to do on a whim.
I gave Zoroark an evolution, Zoradio.
He traced it.
I just traced its official art and called it a completely new Pokemon, and it's... He listened to the the Fox and Radioactive. Combined, and to the Radioactive Fox. And so I thought it was awesome, so because I listened to it on loop, and and I made a bond based on it. This should be a regional variant. I changed nothing about the actual design structure except for the claws and the face.
That's how regional variants work. They're just, their body structures.
They're the same body structure as the originals, but with some of their features changed to match a new typing.
And it was originally Dark Poison until I realized we should make this a nuclear type.
Yeah, so it's Dark Nuclear now.
Zoroark plus a Toxic Stone.
That's kind of pointless.
A bit. So Zoroark doesn't need a fucking evolution. What? I just think its BST is already very high.
If giving it an evolution wasn't enough, I also gave it a Mega Evolution.
Oh no!
Which is my least favorite design in this whole book, on principle of me just not giving a single shit about it.
That looks like
It's supposed to be its big finger sticking out.
Unnamed finger.
Because it has an actual body in there. I just didn't draw it.
So you got lazy.
Yeah.
It also gains the sound type.
Because it's based on a song.
Get it? What's Zoroark's BST?
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's Zoroark.
What's Zoroark's BST?
How? What is the base stat?
Only if they're doing something with evolution, pretty strong in evolution, it only caps at 550.
So what is Zoroark's stat total?
Alright.
Because I think it's already over 500. Stand by for a moment.
Zoroark, alright, Zoroark's BST
is...
it's
What's Zoroark's BST?
510.
510. Yes, give a 510 BST Pokemon an evolution because that's completely fine and justified.
They have Ursaring was 500.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ursaludo was only a 50-point increase.
It was a 560 was the highest they've ever gone.
550.
Ursaludo was 550.
Yeah.
That's a 50-point increase from 500.
Right. Yeah.
Math. Okay. So yeah, this one, I just make it a variant if I wanted to keep it, and I don't think I do. I mean, we have nuclear power plants around Michigan.
We aren't known for that.
I could justify having a nuclear energy Pokemon around, but like...
But why Zoroark?
Why Zoroark in the first place for like any real significant reason? It's just bizarre.
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't get it. And then, oh no! Hey, wait a minute. It's Cubburn.
It's Cubburn. It's the Scrap Johto starter.
Scrap Gen 2 starter.
Gen 2 starter.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's cute. I did a little pose. It's like sitting down, has its feet out, and has its arms up.
Up, very fat looking.
I wonder how I interpreted what it evolves into.
Because this was Giga League.
Before the Space World Giga League, where we saw its evolutions.
Before we saw Ember
and Bruinus.
So at level 30, it evolves into Flaresaw, and it's Fire Dark.
Let's see what this thing looks like. It's so cool as hell.
Can't be that. Oh my goodness!
Why is it pink and orange? Alright, I couldn't find the original color I used for it, so I was like, this is close enough. It wasn't.
Why does it look like this?
What am I looking at? Let me see this.
What is this eyesore?
It's supposed to be, why is it long? It has two, like, sword hands. It looks fucking pissed for no reason. It's pink, and it's coming out of like, is this like a pile of hellfire? Is this thing emerging?
I'm the god of hellfire.
Is this thing emerging from the depths of hell? Why did it become a metaphysical demonic being?
How'd you go from this
to unholy metaphysical abomination, and that makes your eyes and body bleed?
I hate this. Look how they massacred my boy.
I know.
Like you massacred.
I did a pretty cute drawing of Cubburn, and then
Palseo.
And then I did the same with Palseo. I made it a Lapras pre-evolution.
Because
and Laprini, because to be fair, the likely reason for its scrapping was that it was too similar to Lapras.
It's very telling with the full. We have the full line.
I accidentally did Water Plesiosaur that carries people on its back a second time, and realized that would have been weird to do, especially as a starter. Like, why should the starter just be mimicking a previous Gen Mon?
Yeah,
and that's why it got scrapped.
Obviously, these two are not.
These two would not be included. I wanted to include them. I'd use the canon and names and evolution.
Just use what they were meant to be.
I'd use them the way they were in the demo.
Oh yeah. Then we have next design. Oh wait. Hey, wait a minute.
This has no design. What is it?
Awakawala. Time fighting.
It's a Komala.
Yeah, you need another time type.
It's a Komala evolution, so if it gets Wake Up slapped on the last turn during the day.
Does that sound like an extremely absurd and stupid evolution method?
But yes, it is an extremely stupid and absurd evolution method.
Somehow stupider than any evolution method it officially.
Literally, Eaglarian Yamask is at least more consistent to evolve than that.
What?
You have to actively seek out something that knows Wake Up Slap. Know what has the move, get it to use it on your Komala and survive, and then kill it in that same turn.
Yeah,
So which means you either have to have... Like, how are you planning on doing that? Are you supposed to live the attack? If it's going first, like, Komala's not slow by any means. It means I don't believe. So you're probably going to outspeed, and if you're high enough level to survive it, you're going to kill them on. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I intended
Why was it such a convoluted method?
That's so stupid. I hate it. But yeah, it was supposed to be like, like it woke up from its comatose state, and it became, and it's grumpy.
I don't think this definitely don't belong here.
Its log becomes like a big old bigger, and it swings around the massive tree trunk.
Yeah, it just looks well. We don't have a look on appearance for it.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, but I don't think this thing would not stay.
Yeah, this thing would not stay. I like the concept, but it has no place in Michigan.
All right. And then
a similar vein, Puke Up. An evolution of Pukumuku.
Yep, innards sure are out. Those innards are out.
I think this one's fucking hilarious. What was it with Inkay?
Level it up with level 40 with an Inkay.
Yeah, level 40 with an Inkay in your party. So
yeah,
the Inkay flips it inside out, and now the innards really are out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the main body, and its original body's there as the head.
That's such a fucking silly design.
It's so dumb. Like, it just becomes a little man made of intestines.
Bulge too.
No, it kind of does.
I
couldn't tell how to make it have, like, a decent torso without making it look weird.
So it kind of has a bulge.
It's supposed to have, like, an oval-shaped torso,
but
yeah, it ended up not looking like that.
This is a really dumb fucking design.
I adore the concept because of how ridiculous it is. And I also love this weird intestine man with a sea cucumber head.
But also, we don't have sea cucumbers where we live. Or in the...
I'm pretty damn sure the Great Lakes don't have sea cucumber. We looked this up.
Yeah, we looked this up.
They don't have a good sea cucumber population. And if they do, they might be invasive.
Next up, we have Albeta, the flying space Pokemon.
It's an albatross chick, and combined with a Tamagotchi. I like the idea of it. I don't like the color scheme. It's ugly. Why does it look like this? I guess I couldn't figure out what colors to make it. Did I really have to go with, like, reddish pink and yellowish green? That's, like, such a fucking ugly combination of colors.
And at level 20, it evolves into Albatross. A flying space steel.
It becomes a spaceship.
It's also red now.
Yeah, it's a spaceship. Let me look at the bottom. It's like, oh yeah, instead of legs, it has like fire. Oh hey, they're powered by Fuerza.
No.
The colors.
Oh no. You have to be it's now a space.
I find the idea of a bird that becomes a spaceship that goes from like a little toy to a spaceship amusing. There probably should be like an intermediate stage based on a jet plane.
Yeah.
Maybe the first stage should be a drone. It should go from drone to plane to spacecraft.
Next up is
And also I don't think the albatross is in Michigan either. So.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Next up we have
Thordis. This is a very Eastern-inspired Pokemon, so, like, it definitely shouldn't be in Michigan, but this is probably my single favorite design out of all of these.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail
I just think it looks super cool. It's based heavily on the Lakitu King boss in Mario Galaxy 2.
Thunder.
That's the one from New Super Mario Bros. The one in Galaxy 2 is
King.
just the Lakitu King.
Yeah, electric, light, and flying.
Light type is kind of weird and redundant on it.
Yeah. And really, you can just say that about a light type.
I'm still keeping it because I like having it. Like for luminescent mons. And I like the idea. I like the gray, yellow, red. It has a black. Has a really has a color scheme that pops. Also, it doesn't make my eyes bleed. But yeah, I like that the shell is red and in yellow. Oh, it gives it sort of this energy of this sort of angry feeling, which, yeah, it's supposed to be a destructive creature. Or it's holding lightning bolts like some depictions of, was it either Zeus or Thor?
Yeah.
I think it's Zeus.
Zeus, yeah.
Who's it throws lightning bolts that explode into thunder or when they land.
But yeah, it is a really cool design, just not...
not fitting. So this would be something I store away for later.
Because, yeah, it doesn't belong on here.
No.
Next up, this trio of bats. That's Numbat, Psychic Flying. In Glumbat, Light Flying. And Scumbat, Dark Flying. What are these?
So they're weird, like a weird abstract trio of Shapemons. So basically, Glumbat and Scumbat hate each other and fight constantly. They get into territory wars, and Numbats are often caught in the middle of these wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some weird design choices with them. Like, they all had a secondary color as their main color. Like, I messed with a lot of color stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so like for this one, there's okay, so for Numbat, it's supposed to be more circular with rounded shapes. So like swirls, and I made its eyes yellow, inner mouth blue, and its two teeth. Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, I made its eyes yellow, its inner mouth red, and its teeth blue. Ew. Ew. I also gave it one antenna. I gave it 3 antennae and 1 pair of wings. Glumbat has 2 pairs of wings and 1 antenna. I made it orange with a blue eye, yellow inner mouth, and red tooth. And it's more triangular shapes and like sharp edges. Scumbat's kind of like edges, lots of edges, but not like sharp edges. It's more so supposed to be just a blocky looking Pokemon. I gave it 2 antennae and 3 pairs of wings, and the amount of eyes are different. 2. Numbat has 3 eyes. Glumbat has 1 eye. Scumbat has 2 eyes. The amount of teeth is different. And Numbat has 3 teeth. Glumbat has 1 tooth. And Scumbat has 2 teeth. So the teeth are the same as the number of eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made this one green with red eyes, blue inner mouth, and yellow teeth.
Jeez. That's a lot of detail.
Like, I very specifically wanted different aspects of them, like 1, 2, and 3, different apes, numbers of body parts, arts, and even what primary colors were used for what aspect of their body to be different for every one of them.
Yeah.
I like them. I very much appreciate them from an artistic choice perspective, and as a complete nerd for like patterns and stuff. I like them. From a visual and Pokemon design standpoint, a little less so. They don't quite feel like Pokemon to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not really keen on them.
Yeah.
I'm not much.
So next up, we're actually almost done with the first notebook,
Which is the largest notebook. Spudpole, another horribly colored one. It's a tadpole potato. Why is there a Potatomon in Michigan? I don't think we're particularly known for potatoes. Actually, didn't we find out where the largest producer of potatoes? I don't remember.
Idaho.
Idaho
I think it's Idaho.
I was gonna say I thought it was Idaho.
And then it evolves using a toxic stone. It evolves into Potatoed.
I like Potatoed, sort of. I like the idea of it. It's like basically one of those round frogs that people call potatoes. Like I see a lot of videos of them nowadays.
Yeah, grass ground. Yeah, the ones that make those funny sounds.
Yeah, grass ground poison.
Yeah.
Because like the little nubs on potatoes also have highly concentrated toxins in them. But I didn't actually put any of those nubs on potatoes design, so I don't know what's up with that.
And the last thing in this book is...
How did they not make the potato eyes into warts?
Yeah.
On the toad. That would have been really good and made the design a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
And the final one here is Lay Serpent. It's a snake made of light. It's electric light.
And that was all he drew.
In that book.
There's more.
Variants.
Now,
admittedly, the first few of these are stolen Muna variants. I will show what I drew, but the concepts for the Muna variants are not mine. I just basically traced them onto my book. Because I wanted them. There was Sweet... What was the first?
Daydream.
Daydream Muna. Sweet Dream Muna. Wet Dream Muna. And Nightmare Muna.
Yeah.
They were fusions.
Yeah.
With, so the first one was Sunkern. I don't know what Sweet Dreams was.
Like Slurpuff.
Slurpuff, and then Wooper, and then Darkrai.
And then, True.
True Mimikyu. Does it just say True?
Yeah.
It just says True.
True.
This Pokemon is called True, and it's a Dark Ghost type.
I don't think Mimikyu's that small.
Oh.
It's not that small.
Well, that's where its eyes are.
Well, I mean...
I think it's just formless.
It's just, it doesn't have a form.
What? So I'm just... Okay.
Okay, now the actual form he drew.
Nichigen Sneasel. I somewhat like the idea of it. It's a grass ground Sneasel.
But
it has an ability called Evergreen that makes it immune to ice type attacks. I think it gets a defense boost for an ice attack. I'm getting hit with an ice attack.
Yeah.
Hell, if I make it like the Evergreen Pokemon, this might be the new mascot for the game.
Yeah.
And since there's no one central legendary to it.
Yeah, this is one of the variants we got.
If I redesign it to look a little better, like the design's a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
I do like changing the ear feather into something else. Like, if you can see, I erased a big part of it because I was originally going to make it a bigger ear here on that side.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And I replaced it with a flower. Maybe I could replace it with something else. I don't remember what I said I would do. Maybe a clump of pine needles. I definitely incorporate pine needles. It's based on a pine tree, partially.
Yeah. I think we also used to have like we had a pine tree in our backyard.
Yeah. I would want something based on a pine tree, though maybe a variant for something like Trevenant would be better.
What is going on? But yeah, that's the only variant.
Yeah, so... Hello. Uh-oh. So... So, yeah.
Yeah. Next up we have this is also a somewhat old one. A
discontinued project? That's different.
Brazil.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
you can't even read the text.
Pokemon Ultra.
Can't read it because he wrote, because it's a green notebook with this, like, what is this, brown?
This is Pokemon Ultra version.
This marker.
So, what does it say? Well, what mons are in here? Well, there was Nihili. And then a pre-evolution and Nihiligo. It was gonna have. It also has an evolution called Magurnal in here, I think.
Oh, I think we later changed the name to something else.
Yeah, we did. But I don't think it's in this book.
No, because that was after the fact.
So, I also made a shared pre-evolution for Buzzwole and Pheromosa. Smolsect.
Yeah.
It's got like a little blood sac in there on its chest.
Oh, and then its middle stages ages.
There's two middle stages. Supa. This one evolves into Buzzwole. And there's Fralalis.
I guess it's just based on gender.
Yeah, it's gender based. Females evolve into Supa. Males evolve into Fralalis.
Fralalis.
It's a frail chrysalis.
Bug grass.
Bug grass?
Yeah, it's bug grass.
Grass in its middle stage, interesting.
And
Maybe it's covered in
Super
wet.
is bug poison.
Bug poison. Okay, so I gave them different middle stage typings. That's bizarre.
And that was all you drew. Oh, what's going on in the chat?
My message is getting redacted. What? What's going on?
Yeah, that was not. Yeah, that wasn't the whole lot. Alex drew for that. Yeah, there was. Yeah, not much. Didn't really get very. Yeah, the thing is, I think the project was shelved after. So I think this was something you came up with right shortly after playing
The original Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you then like proposed that idea.
And then Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon happened. Did I scrap the idea?
Yeah, because.
Well, there are just different Ultra Spaces. And it's
Ultra Spaces are for. There's Ultra Spaces for each one.
On making it one single region wouldn't function the way I initially envisioned. Well, they're all from different dimensions.
And yeah. And yeah, they're all from different dimensions.
And so it just wouldn't work, and that's where that project stopped.
I'll be fair, you didn't make much progress on it to begin with. Next up is, well, this one, there's no text on this one. But it was for some legendaries. There's Nebulae. It has no design.
Nebula has no design. Okay, so let me talk about the concept for these legendaries first.
Yep.
They're based on the four things from Terraria.
Yes.
The galactic, the pillars, whatever, I don't remember what they're called, but like, there was Nebula, Solar, Stardust, and Vortex. I only designed 2 of them, one of which is just a sketch, but was an uncolored, and the other 2 are blank. The one for Stardust isn't even named.
Yep. Yeah, this is Froller.
Froller, it's a frilled lizard solar thing. It's sort of in the line of Heliolisk. I think it might have had ties to Heliolisk.
Space, fire, electric.
They're all space.
They're all space type. Yeah, Froller, this looks so...
Silly.
It looks so... and then, last thing on this...
Vortex. Wart Vortex. It's a toad. One proposed name for it was Vortoad. But I didn't like that name. So, yeah. So the idea with this was like, when I was younger, it's stupid, but like I was taught in school there are 5 groups of animals.
Yeah.
Which isn't true.
What?
Like, not even, like that's a big generalization and full of inaccuracy. So I was taught there were mammals, birds, and vertebrates. It's vertebrates. Vertebrates. So there was. I was taught there were mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish. So bony fish.
Jeez,
So,
you were taught that in school?
yes, which is an oversimplification of things, and like reptiles and like technically birds and
reptiles are...
technically birds and amphibians should also be grouped with reptiles.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah, because of that, I know for a fact I would have made the Stardust most legendary a bird. Bird, because the idea with these is, okay, barrel eye fish. Nebulae was going to be a barrel eye fish. There's the weird deep sea fish. Did I write a type for that? What were the types for these?
I just went over their types.
What was Nebulae's type? Did I write?
They didn't have a type right
They didn't
in.
have a type. Well, I know fire, electric, space. What was Wartoad? Vortex?
Vortex was space dark poison.
Space dark poison. And man. Probably would have made the Stardust one space light flying. And Nebulae, not sure. It would have been space, maybe water, something else.
Well, yeah.
So maybe space, water, psychic, if I had to guess. Yes. And as you're wondering why I didn't include a mammal, it's that Arceus was the mammal of the group.
Are you
And
kidding
it was the
me?
final boss of the game.
Are you kidding me?
And when you went after Arceus after catching the other four, because the villainous team was like divided into 4 sectors dedicated to catching each of these 4 legendaries, and at the end they summon Arceus from the center of the universe.
Hey, wait a minute, a team, you have multiple sectors.
Yeah, what's the idea of that?
That vaguely sounds like Team Star.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
And also the fact that there's stars.
Oh, shit, yeah. And their central, what? Yes, Fakémon.
Yeah.
And their central, and their central group, like their leader, or was dedicated to Arceus.
I will kill and dethrone God.
Pretty much. I don't remember their exact goals, but there was going to be like you visited the home planets of these deities.
Good God, this
Like
is
you were going to travel through the universe and visit different planets.
Yeah, that's why it was called Pokemon Universe.
So that was the concept.
That was the scale of it.
Now these legendaries, I don't know if I'll keep them. If I do, they probably won't be like that. Will probably be implemented differently, if any. Maybe I'll implement them as somewhat of an Easter egg, or not at all, or for a different project. Who knows?
Because I don't know.
Maybe having a specifically spacefaring themed Pokemon on game would be fun.
This seems like very, very removed from a region based on your whole own country or your whole state. Hey, this is very far removed. There were other really stupid ideas Alex had for design.
Well, what are some of them?
Fucking for like horror or Pokemon.
Oh God! Like there were gonna be like. There's gonna be like a Slender Man Pokemon. There's gonna be a Bendy and the Ink Machine one.
A Bendymon, really?
I called it Beelzebender.
Beelzebender.
It's like Beelzebender,
Yeah.
but it was a corruption, so it was like Beelzebender. I thought that was a fun name.
Slender.
There's like a Slendermon. I'm probably not called that, but yeah.
The thing is, Pokemon Universe.
Universe.
Yeah, Universe. I think there is some other. I think the thing is, Evergreen did actually have other regions.
And there's one based on North Carolina.
And Ohio.
And Ohio. There's one. I think Ohio one was like Oiho. Was like either Oiho or Ahoy or something. You can't really do much with like an anagram of Ohio.
They had to like call it something else. Also, like North Carolina.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Ahoy.
I don't know.
There were 2 other regions.
It was based on North Carolina, and I was gonna have like some of my family members in the game as like interactable NPCs you could build a little bond with.
Man, that's not. I think you were the professor.
And I was the professor. I would still be the professor.
Professor, I think I was an assistant.
And probably also had a different role. What's with the pig emojis?
Who is this? Yeah. Oh, there were a ton of Pokemon based on our pets.
Yeah.
That's. I think one of my ideas was like, how you could have like in terms of like how fucking Pokemon Marts were handled.
Well,
you could find a ton of you could find you could find more standard Pokemon.
You just find like general Pokemarts that sold the standard stuff,
or like a big box store, department store.
Yeah, various big box department stores,
or like fucking Walmart. And shit. Yeah, you could find. Yeah, there was all kinds.
Yeah, there was like all kinds of. So, like for example, there was like I'm trying to describe it. Yeah, like there were stores that would sell like specific products, like different sodas or foods or stuff. Your Pokemon can have different likes and dislikes based on what flavor their nature
Yeah,
determine they like.
taking the whole nature aspect a little further.
Or with what flavors the Mon's like. And depending on like the quality of the food, certain Pokemon would like or dislike, would gain or lose friendship from that type of food.
There's a fucking store. There's a fucking brand we call Cloak Valley.
Right after the fucking Clover Valley brand.
And it's so and I think another funny idea I had. I was like making customization a little more or involved.
Oh,
like actually having actually giving you a movement changes your movement.
Yeah, like having different, like having shoes that help with your running, getting traction on slopes and ice.
Yeah. So you can customize it.
Ice, you might get movement debuffs if you're not dressed warm in a cold area, or you're dressed too warm in a warm area.
Yeah, I just thought that taking customization to a whole, making customization a little more involved.
Like it'd be cool to have an actual, it's sort of like the armor system in a standard RPG, but adapted to more of an urban exploration, sort of a suburban exploration type environment.
Yeah, I think. I think what else? Yeah, I think it's. Then you throw in all these random legendaries and shit. Mm-hmm. Then you throw in these random space deities. Is it somehow connect that to Nichigo?
Yeah, there'll probably be different legendaries.
Very different.
I don't even know what kind of antagonist this game would have.
Oh, what the? Yeah, exactly. This doesn't sound. Your original pitch does not sound like it makes sense for. That's what we're going for. That's for a more grounded approach.
Yeah.
Or grounded region.
Maybe the antagonist would be an evil corporation.
I don't know.
Or something. In trying to destroy the beauty of Nichiga's natural landscape.
Yeah, I don't know. Or just something more grounded.
Yeah.
You keep art. Can you not have Arceus involved?
Yeah.
How it connected to your Fakémon. Based on an oversimplification. But yeah, that was. I think that's really all we have to say about this.
Yeah.
This is just really.
Honey goggles. Did I mention Spruce honey goggles? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so most of the stuff in the decks would probably be scrapped.
Perhaps they're heavily altered.
Because some of these things aren't in. Some of these things aren't. The Silky Chicken is from China.
Yes.
The Silky Chicken is from China.
I really do like the idea of a Pine Tree Trevenant variant, though.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know, fucking potatoed.
Maybe could work.
The vampire line probably needs a rework, and maybe I don't know, make it look a little less
a little less like just a guy, just a weirdo.
Just a dude in a Halloween costume.
Some weirdo in a Halloween costume with rake hands.
And it's just, stylized. Is this? Mm-hmm. It does make sense. We do have haunted house attractions,
and which is sort of the idea behind the first gym, and being like a multi-specialist of dark and ghost types.
Did you call it fucking? Did you call it Vania Castle or something?
Yes, it was a Vania Castle.
Really subtle there.
There was also a city called Boomin. Boumin, like booming.
Yeah.
And it has sound type gym leader there.
That was like only one gym leader you actually remember. What are
yeah, so
Yeah, Alex didn't really get even that far, or in terms of, didn't get that far in terms of his, in terms of like the idea, but that far into everything of gym leaders and shit. But well, just really rough ideas. It's something he does want to rework someday. You know, like redraw some of these.
Because like there are some good concepts in there. I'm just not very happy with the execution on most
Also,
of them.
just doing it on a really, also the size of the notebook was.
Maybe not like bigger individual pages for these mons. Mons would be nice.
Nice, and also not have triple types.
Nice, because that's a chaotic to manage.
So I think we might be rambling here in a bit.
Definitely.
And so yeah, I guess happy Pokemon Day.
Happy Pokemon Day to all y'all. I'm excited for the DLC this year.
So with that being said, I'm Nozran.
And I'm Emery, and
bonjour,
bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video.